Hello, everyone. It's a little bit chilly out here. My heater broke, so I like to make videos on the front porch because of the lighting, because I've got all these big windows. But my pretty little fireplace heater conked out on me on Friday. So I will not probably be making a lot of videos out here. I'm going to do some work in the office, and I think I'm going to rearrange it a little bit, maybe. Definitely clean it up. I did that thing that I know some people do this too. I hate to admit it, but when I was cleaning up the house for Thanksgiving, anything out of place, I didn't know where it went. I dumped in the office because I was like, I'll just dump everything in here and deal with it later. Well, that means that my office is a mess. So I have to go in and clean up my office now and actually deal with the stuff that doesn't have a place, or I'm just going to have to do a purge, clean up the office and get it back to what it is supposed to be. It's not like it's going to take a lot of work. It's a small office, and while I did dump stuff in there, I guess it's not like I dumped a whole lot of stuff. It's not hoarded or anything. It just is a little cluttered and messy at the moment. So I'm going to clean up the office and set up the office as long as I have some good lights. And I have this great ring light, and I've got a smaller ring light. As long as I have those, I can do my filming in the office. So the where I film during the winter is probably going to be a little different. And then as soon as it's spring, then I'll start coming back out here again. I am wearing a flannel dress, and it's warm and it's comfortable, but even so, I'm a little bit chilly. Now, carnivore. The whole point of this video was to talk about carnivore. This is week 11, so I'm almost 3 months in. So not bad. I would say right now that I'm coasting, except I did have a little setback this week because it was Thanksgiving and I caved and I ate a piece of pie. It was banana cream pie. It sounded delicious. I love banana cream pie. So I thought, one piece of pie isn't going to hurt me. Yeah, one piece of pie really can do some damage. I was not feeling good. So all day Friday, I had a headache and I was really fatigued and swollen. My ankles swelled, like I started retaining water. And I think I'm still retaining water, but the scale's not up. So I think it is possible that I actually lost weight prior to eating that pie. I'm not getting on the scale, except maybe once a week. Every Sunday I get on the scale. So it is possible that I actually was down, but then I ate the pie and I'm retaining water. I won't know till next weekend if that is the case or not. So I'll get on the scale next Sunday and see where I'm at. But I think up until Thanksgiving, I think I actually started to lose weight again, which is amazing. I mean, I was feeling pretty good, and my clothes were starting to feel a little loose. This is what's weird. The scale isn't hardly moving. I'm down, 10 pounds in 3 months, and it was like all at the beginning. And yet my clothes got looser. One of the joys of carnivore. Sometimes you just like healing damage to your body, and then all of a sudden things start, weight starts dropping again. It can be weird. Now, the first time I did carnivore, I just steadily lost weight for 5 months straight. But this time it seems to be a little bit different. I dropped 10 pounds and now I'm just kind of coasting, I guess is what you would say, because the scale hasn't moved since before I got sick. But it does take time to also, I guess I almost can't consider myself carnivore for the time I was sick, because I was having like the cough syrups and the cough drops. I mean, my food was still carnivore, but I wasn't in ketosis. I'm pretty positive that I had kicked myself out of ketosis. So I mean, that I actually fully expected to not lose weight, but now I expect the scale to start moving, because I should be getting back into ketosis. I was probably back into ketosis before I ate that pie and then kicked myself right back out. But We're just going to keep going forward, eating lots of beef, eating lots of chicken. I like to find some good deals. The carnivore diet can be expensive if you're eating the more expensive cuts of beef. So I am buying a lot more ground beef and eating a lot of burger patties. And I like to watch for sales at Walmart on the chicken hindquarters. So you could get a big 10-pound bag of chicken hindquarters at Walmart. And they usually run, I think, 10, 12 bucks, something like that. But I watch for them to be marked down on the CVP program. So when they get marked down on CVP, you could get them for a lot cheaper. I just paid $6.89 last weekend. I think it was last weekend. For a bag of chicken hindquarters, and actually I bought 4, so I bought like 40 pounds of chicken and just threw it in the freezer. So when I see meat on sale, I do like to stock up, and I like to go to Costco to get the ground beef. And I think my nose sounds stuffy again. Probably also the stinking pie. I don't know what the deal is this year. I have coworkers that have been out sick. They got sick too, and it just like the crud just like drags on and on and on. It's like weeks. It seems to be a little longer lasting than a normal cold, because a normal cold runs its course in like 10 days to 2 weeks, something like that. And whatever is going around, it lasts for like 3, 4, 5 weeks. Just when you think you're better, suddenly like you get all stuffy again and go backwards a little bit. It's really weird. But anyway, yeah, I like to do what I can to save money on the meat. I'm not eating. When I first started carnivore, the first time I did and actually that could also be the difference too. I'm doing carnivore different this time than I did last time. I am trying to do it a little less expensive. So last time I ate a ton of ribeye steak. I'm not eating ribeye steak this time. This time, I'm eating ground beef and chicken hindquarters. Ribeye steak is really, really fatty. And for me, to see results and to feel my best, I have to go higher on the fat. So I start pushing the limits on the fat. So I'll probably just have to eat more butter, to be honest, because I am going with cuts of meat that are not quite as fatty, although chicken hindquarters have quite a bit of fat. So well, anyway, nothing much to report. I'm probably just going to hold off and do an update. Well, I want to do, basically I think what I'm going to do is do a 3-month update. And then I will start going month to month. And then I think what I'll do is, when I'm not doing a carnivore update, I'll start sharing some recipes, because I am trying some interesting recipes to add a little bit more variety here and there. I don't want to get carried away. When you get carried away, you start adding too much dairy. And if you hit the dairy too hard, that's going to cause weight loss to stall too. So I've got to be careful not to overdo it, but it is nice to have a little bit of variety here and there. So I do have recipes that I like to try. That I've got this carnivore pizza that I made that I thought was absolutely phenomenal, and it was just basically mozzarella cheese, Parmesan cheese, egg to make like the crust. And then you just put whatever toppings you want on top. And then I put garlic and Italian seasoning, sprinkle that on it to make it taste more pizza-like. But it actually tastes really, really, really good. There's too much activity on my street. Way too much activity. People are wandering around. There's a Mexican restaurant close by, and people park, and there's bars, and people park down my street and then walk to wherever the restaurant and the bars are. So that's one of the bad things about living in town. If you're anywhere near businesses, you end up with business patrons parking on your street and then walking, which is crazy because they've got a parking, there's literally a parking lot that they can park in nearby. that would even be closer, but you still get people parking up and down the street for some reason. I don't know. Maybe they don't realize, maybe they aren't paying attention and see that, hey, some of these businesses have parking lots and then there's this massive parking lot nearby. So it is what it is. Anyway, so I will go ahead and, since next weekend will be like a 3-month update, I'm going to go ahead and do an update then, but then I think I'm going to change to month. And then have different videos intermix in between with maybe some recipes or some different things. So thank you for tuning in, and I will talk to you guys next week. Well, kind of. I have other videos I want to make, so you will probably hear from me on other topics sooner. So thank you for watching. Have a great day.